What's the difference between a dollar bill and a single blackmail? Well, the dollar bill isn't trying to multiply itself. Welcome to the art of money making. It's a beautiful dance, a delicate balance, a craft that requires time, patience, and a dash of creativity. But why is it so important? Let me break it down for you. You see, financial independence is like being the king of your own castle. And who doesn't want to be a king, right? It's about having the freedom to make your own choices, to live life on your own terms. It's like being in a candy store with a pocket full of coins and no adult supervision. You can pick any candy you want, whenever you want, and no one can tell you otherwise. Now, doesn't that sound sweet? But here's the thing. Financial independence isn't just about buying candies. It's about peace of mind. It's knowing that you've got a safety net, a buffer, a cushion to fall back on when life throws you a curveball. It's like having an umbrella on a rainy day or a warm coat on a chilly night. It's comfort, security, and a sense of control. Now I know what you're thinking. Sounds great, but how do I get there? How do I turn my single dollar bill into a stack of cash? Well, that's where the art of money making comes in. It's about understanding the game, learning the rules, and then playing it better than anyone else. It's about being smart with your money, investing wisely, and making your money work for you. It's like planting a seed, nurturing it, and then watching it grow into a mighty tree. And remember, this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about getting rich quick, but about building wealth slowly and steadily. It's about persistence, resilience, and a whole lot of grit. So remember, a dollar bill isn't trying to multiply itself, but you should be. Because at the end of the day, the art of money making is more than just about dollars and cents. It's about independence, freedom, and the power to shape your own destiny. You've heard of the stock market, right? No, it's not a place where they sell livestock, but it could be a place where you make some serious cash. Now, you might be thinking, isn't the stock market just a playground for the Wall Street wolves? Well, let me tell you a little secret, my friend. The stock market is like a buffet. There's something for everyone. And no, you don't need to be a wolf to enjoy the feast. You just need to have an appetite for understanding and a dash of patience. Let's break it down. Investing in the stock market is all about buying shares of companies. Think of it like owning a little piece of a company. Now, imagine owning a piece of that tech company you're always browsing on, or that coffee brand you can't start your day without. Sounds cool, right? But here's where the magic happens. Over time, as these companies grow and make profits, the value of your shares can increase. This is how investing in the stock market can lead to substantial wealth. It's like planting a money tree and watching it grow. And the best part, you don't need to get your hands dirty. Of course, it's not always smooth sailing. The stock market can be a roller coaster ride, with highs that make you feel like you're on top of the world and lows that can make your stomach churn. But remember, it's a ride you're in for the long haul. And just like your favorite roller coaster, it's the thrill that makes it worth the ride. So, let's bust some myths. The stock market isn't just for the Wall Street hotshots with fancy suits and shiny shoes. It's for anyone who dreams of financial freedom and isn't afraid to take a calculated risk. So the next time someone asks you about the stock market, you can tell them with a wink, it's not a farmer's market, but it could well be my cash cow. Now, how's that for a punchline? So the stock market isn't a farmer's market, but it could well be your cash cow. Why climb the corporate ladder when you can build your own ladder, right? And maybe even sell ladders? Yes, it's time to talk about entrepreneurship. Now let's be real, entrepreneurship isn't for the faint of heart. It's like being on a roller coaster, blindfolded with no seatbelt, and someone keeps changing the tracks. But hey, if that sounds like fun to you, then you're in the right place. Entrepreneurship is the ultimate path to financial freedom. It's about turning your passion into a paycheck. It's about being your own boss, setting your own hours, and making your own rules. And yes, it's also about taking risks. But you know what they say, no risk, no reward. And isn't the potential reward of financial freedom worth the risk? Now let's look at some folks who started from scratch but now are laughing all the way to the bank. Take the guy who invented the pet rock, for instance. He sold rocks, and made millions. Then there's the genius who created the fidget spinner, a simple, whimsical toy that spun its way into every household and netted its creator a cool fortune. And let's not forget about the queen of all media, Oprah Winfrey, who started from nothing and built an empire, or Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, who went from being an intern to owning his own record label. These people didn't just climb the corporate ladder, they built their own ladders, and now they're on top of the world. But it's not all about the Benjamins. It's about the freedom to do what you love, to create something of your own, to leave a legacy. It's about the satisfaction that comes from seeing your ideas come to life, your efforts bear fruit, and your dreams become reality. So, if you've got a passion, a dream, a crazy idea that just won't let you sleep at night, then maybe entrepreneurship is for you. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So why not take that step today? Remember, climbing the corporate ladder is so yesterday, building your own ladder is the new black. Scene script. Ever heard of the term real estate? No, it's not a state where everything is real, but it's definitely a state where your bank account could get really big. Now let's break it down. Real estate investing involves acquiring, owning, managing, renting, or selling real property for profit. Picture this. You're the king of your own land, or rather your own estate. And you know what kings do, right? They collect taxes. In this case, you're collecting rent. Here's a funny little tale to put things into perspective. Imagine a guy named Bob. Bob bought a house that looked like it had seen better days. His friends thought he'd lost his mind, and the house was fondly nicknamed Bob's Folly. But Bob wasn't bothered. He worked on the house, fixed it up, and lo and behold, it was no longer a folly. It was a gold mine. Bob sold the house and made a hefty profit. And that, my friends, is the power of real estate investing. But remember, it's not just about buying and selling, it's also about renting. Renting out properties can provide a steady income stream. It's like having a golden goose that lays golden eggs every month. Now, wouldn't that be nice? However, it's not always rainbows and unicorns. There are risks involved. The property market can be as unpredictable as a cat on a hot tin roof. And just like you wouldn't want to be on that roof, you wouldn't want to be caught off guard. So do your homework, understand the market, and make informed decisions. And let's not forget, it's not just about fancy houses. You can invest in apartments, commercial properties, even vacant land. The world of real estate is vast and varied. It's like a buffet and you're invited to fill your plate. So what's the takeaway here? Real estate investing can be a fantastic way to build wealth. It's like playing Monopoly, but with real money. And you know what they say about Monopoly, right? It's all about the strategy. Remember, real estate isn't a state, but it could put you in a state of financial bliss. All right, let's do a quick recap. And no, I'm not talking about replacing your hat. We started this journey by diving into the art of money making, where we explored the concept that making money isn't about magic. It's about mindset. It's like playing chess, not checkers. You've got to strategize and anticipate your moves well in advance. We also saw that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to this game. It's all about finding what works for you and sticking to it. Then we moved on to Wall Street, or rather the idea that you don't need to be a wolf on Wall Street to make big bucks. You don't need to don a suit and tie and head into an office to make your mark. Remember, the world is your oyster, or should I say, your marketplace. You can trade stocks from your living room, sell products online, or even start your own blog. The internet is the new Wall Street, and it's open 24/7. And speaking of doing your own thing, we touched on the notion of being your own boss. Because who said you need to work for someone else to earn a paycheck? You can turn your passion into profit, whether that's cooking, coding, or even collecting comic books. It's about carving out your own path and taking control of your financial future. We also discussed that making money isn't just about buying fancy houses or flashy cars. It's about financial independence, security, and the freedom to live life on your terms. It's about creating a future where you're not constantly worrying about bills or living paycheck to paycheck. Remember, the path to financial independence isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And with these tips, you're well on your way to the finish line. So ready, set, go make some money.